Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM la YAHAWAH BAHASHAM BAHASHAM QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE, to teach them well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. I'm Brother Tazon Bar coming at you from the Prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. We're going to be getting in on this lesson, going into this quote. And the quote reads, "Two things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything." All right, so we'll get into the scriptures. And the first scripture we have is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 25. "In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction." So when you're doing good, you forget what it's like to be afflicted. You forget what it's like to be, doing bad. You forget what it's like to be heavily afflicted, man, in your mind, or whether it be your body. But you forget all those things when you in good graces, man. And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity. And when you are getting afflicted, it's like you forgot what it was like to be, to be good, man. To have it good. To not be afflicted, to prosper. But sometimes you get into an affliction state when it feels like everything you set your hand to do is failing, and you are, it stresses you out heavily. And stress, a lot of your afflictions, most of your afflictions are mental afflictions. Like it's a stressful mindset. That'd be your main afflictions, man. All right, when you in these states of mind, these poor states of mind, it's hard for you to do anything in the actual real world, man. It's hard for you to have a positive attitude. You get irritated. You're irritated and agitated more easier. You feel sad. You feel helpless. A lot of things you begin to feel when you're going through heavy affliction, man. But the Lord is there through it all, man. All right. So it says, "In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity." All right. Let me grab this. So this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 19. "And your patience possess ye your souls." All right, so you may be in a time where you're getting heavily afflicted. You're commanded to wait on the Lord. That's what you're supposed to do, is wait on the Lord and your afflictions, man. You got to have patience. Patience goes into suffering, man. And the Lord is very long suffering. The Lord has patience. The Lord has had patience with us from the beginning, man, from the jump. But you want the Lord to have patience with you continually, man. And then you want to be patient when you're, even the scripture says it. Let me grab it. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 4. "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully." So the scripture commands you to take it cheerfully when you're being afflicted. "And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate." So take it cheerfully when you're being afflicted, or, going through it, or persecuted, whatever it may be. Whatever gets you down, take it cheerfully. Because this is a part of, the walk of faith. This is a part of our walks, man. Taking up that cross daily. This is what we got to do in order to be accepted with YAHAWASHI, man. You want to be saved, you want to get into a chariot, then whatsoever is brought upon you, take it cheerfully, knowing that you can't do anything to avoid it anyways. You got to understand something. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. You can't prevent it. The Lord allows it, gives the green light for it to happen, then it's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about that. Whether you may be late on a bill, or your cousin about to die, whatever it may be, you get sick, whatever it is, man. There's nothing you can do to prevent these things, for it is already written for them to happen. Now you can try as you might, but if it's meant to happen, the Lord will make it happen, and He'll make it happen in its due time. So that's why the scriptures say, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, knowing that, it is a trial of your faith, man. You're going to come into a time, an hour of testing, where you're going to have a trial of your faith. Your patience is going to be tested. You ain't eating 3 hours. So like, you ain't eating 3 hours, maybe a day, maybe 3 days. It all depends on your patience. You got to trust that the Lord got you. The Lord going to give you something. He ain't going to leave you and without help if you calling upon His name, man. You trusting in Him, He ain't going to, forsake you. He going to come through for you, man. Be patient with our change to a lower state. Let me grab this. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. All right, so King David said he's been young and now is old. All his life he's never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread, So the Lord going to look out for us as men. If you're serving the Lord in truth and sincerity, He going to look out for you, man. The Lord ain't just going to leave you out there to die. If you're suffering, it's likely because the Lord has put you through suffering to make you better. Chastises those that He loves. Let's grab that. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, He chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom He receiveth. So you come to this truth, you got to understand something. The Lord going to chastise your ass. You're going to get ass whoopings. You're going to get scourges, and it's going to hurt. But if you're patient, if you make it through it, you're going to become a lot more better at the end of it. It yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness, man. It says, if ye endure chastening, YAHAWASHI dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Even YAHAWASHI was chastised, man. You think that you're going to get away from being chastised? Can you call yourself a son of the Lord if He has not chastised you? If my dad don't beat me, if I say I'm in the house with my dad, if he don't beat me, how can I really call him my dad? You don't beat me when I'm going off, how is he my dad? A dad is someone that leads and guides, He keeps you on the right path. A father is someone that keeps you on the right path so you don't stray off the path of prosperity, man, so you can prosper in life. And that's what Yahweh is to us, man. The Most High is to us, our Father. So when we may be straying off the path, or if we're about to stray off the path, the Lord gonna beat us, so we can get straight. That's why you gotta have chastisement in your life, man. It makes you a better man. If there's no suffering, if you ain't suffering, how can you improve? Improvement comes with suffering, no matter how you slice it. In anything, if you suffer in anything, you find improvement at the end of it. Oh man, I don't want to suffer this, I don't want to suffer that. And to suffer something is to have patience with it, is to be patient while going through it. You may not like doing dishes, but if you suffer to do the dishes, you're going to get faster at doing dishes day in and day out, or day by day you're going to get faster. You may not like running or jogging, but if you suffer to jog or run, it's going to get easier day after day to run that same distance, and you're eventually going to have to end up running longer distances. It's the same thing with chastisement. The afflictions you get, sometimes you're going to get afflicted and you're going to be able to deal with it better the next time. That's why the afflictions turn up even higher or hotter. The oven gets hotter, man. Scripture talks about acceptable men being tried in the furnace of adversity. So we have to see adversity. It's not something that you can just run from. It's not something that you will be better without. A lot of people may think that if they're not getting adversity, that the Lord is dealing with them most. That's not the case. The Lord is really dealing with you if you are getting adversity, if you're getting chastised, if you're going through heavy afflictions. The Lord is dealing with you the most, man. Because the Lord is correcting you. If the Lord ain't correcting you, then the Lord don't see you fit to be corrected. He don't see you worthy to be corrected. If you're being corrected, that means you're going to get back on the right path to get saved, man. But if you're getting corrected, you're going to keep going off until you get destroyed. You'll never understand what is right from wrong, the right path, until you get destroyed. Read this quote one more time. 2 things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. Scripture talks about, let me grab it. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, and verse 31. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? Because what? If your attitude is good and in poverty, you keep a good attitude in affliction, and you're honored for it, how much more you're going to be honored in prosperity? Because, when you being afflicted and you keep a good attitude, that means you're ready to have a good attitude when you have riches and prosperity. You're going to know what to do with it, because you're going to know what it's like to be in that situation, to be afflicted, to be down bad, man. You're going to know what it's like, so you're going to be fit to rule. It says, and he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty? Like these Edomites, he's dishonorable in riches, man. He has all this, he has all the fatness of the earth, and look how dishonorable he is. The people hate him. The people mourn. The wicked bear rule, the people mourn, as the scriptures say, man. So how much more when he's in poverty? This ain't gonna be getting his back kicked in. People gonna really hate him. People gonna really, at this point, people gonna be able to do what they want with Esau, man. So they really gonna be dishonored in poverty. But if you're in a good state of mind in poverty, how much more in riches when you have it? When you have it like that, then you're gonna know charity, you're gonna know patience, you're gonna, and that's what the Lord is teaching Israel right now, man. Humbling us down so that we can know what it's like to be in this situation, But truth be told, I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and YAHAWAH, who is in the truth and sincerity. I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. So next time I do say, Shalom.